The rise of stay-at-home dads as women win. I might even make this a part of the conversation for after hours. Might even make this a part of the conversation. If we gonna do this, y'all got to get the likes and the algorithm up. You got to make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. So let's talk about it. There was this segment on ABC News that spoke about the rise of stay-at-home dads. I have not watched it yet, but let's talk about it. Let's get it.
I refer to him as the CEO of Team Tavis. You look after our finances, operations, logistics.
And who makes dinner?
Both of us. I wouldn't.
And then who does the dishes?
There's no ratio there. That's 100% me. Yeah.
Nah, dog. Listen, this is already disrespectful in my opinion. I'm not Team Dennis or whatever that is. I'm me. And then you will help me. I can't, dog. I can't. I just can't. I am not built to be a stay-at-home father. No way. How many guys in the chat are built to be stay-at-home dads? I'm not that. I'm not built like that. And she's speaking on your behalf. She's speaking in front of you. Nah, dog.
Stephen and Janelle Tavis don't run a typical household.
We don't need to make any changes to it.
While Janelle leads her team as chief commercial officer of baby stroller brand Bugaboo,
This taupe color, everyone's responding really well to it, I think because it's gender neutral.
Stephen is at home, working just as hard. As more women reach the highest rungs of the corporate ladder, increasingly by their side, husbands like Stephen, taking a step back from their own.
Now look at this. Do y'all see this? Did you see how they just feminized this? When I said that the white men lost the plot, I meant it. When I said that these white men lost the plot, I absolutely meant it. I'm not built like that, dog. I'm just not it. Maybe I'm toxic masculinity. Call me toxic masculinity. I don't. I'm not with it at all. Molly is going to be highly disappointed in this. I knew she was going to say something immediately. Said he's living a soft life. Where your apron at, dog? Ah, this is so weak. This is so degrading to me.
Own careers to care for their families.
You have a graduate degree. You were in supply chain management. You had a career. What was the hardest part of stepping away from your career?
Just the unknown. You don't really know what it's going to be like. Figuring out a routine, balancing the housework with childcare. So it was a good challenge.
In what ways has this choice helped your career?
I think that I'm fully focused when I'm at work because I know that my family's sorted.
The Tavis family is part of a growing trend in the U.S. A recent study found that nearly...
See, I look at all of the symbolism that's around this. Did you see what the bed sheets look like, y'all? Look at the symbolism, y'all.
Family is part of a growing trend in the U.S. A recent study found that nearly 1 in 5 stay-at-home parents is the dad.
We see a lot of trad wives on TikTok, and we see this throwback to the stay-at-home mom perfection, and we're seeing more stay-at-home dads as well. What makes me happy is that more people are having choice.
Some have dubbed these kinds of dads house husbands.
You push back against terms like Mr. Mom or house husband.
Because it's disparaging. It sort of minimizes what you're doing.
In pop culture, stay-at-home dads are often portrayed as bumbling, fumbling figures.
Where does Bobby keep the extra diapers?
From Michael Keaton ironing a grilled cheese sandwich in Mr. Mom.
How'd it go in there?
I missed.
What does that mean?
I missed.
To Eddie Murphy, babysitting toddlers in daddy daycare. But now famous men from David Beckham to Doug Emhoff are gladly stepping away from their career.
They feminized us, y'all. They have effectively made you partners. You are no longer husbands. You are now a partner. There is no gender roles in the household anymore. There is no gender roles in the household anymore. You are effectively a house husband. What did they call, what was they trying to call him? The potential first husband, the first lady husband or something like that?
to support their families in other ways.
To my beloved Doug and our family, I love you so very much.
Maroon 5's Adam Levine speaking on The Ellen DeGeneres Show after quitting The Voice in 2019.
Just to be able to kind of stop in this moment to spend time with my new young family and just have the greatest time ever. Now I'm just like a stay-at-home dad.
Even younger stars like Tom Holland.
It's not the same. If you get rich and then you wanted to quit The Voice because you have a massive career and you're still making a whole bunch of money, and so now you just want to spend more time with your kids, is much different than being a stay-at-home husband while the wife is out getting resources.
Holland telling Men's Health magazine earlier this year, when I have kids, you will not see me in movies anymore.
When you're out with friends and you're out with, alpha males who are, hard-charging career people, do you feel judged?
I don't.
Do you feel gay?
See, I've come to own it from the very beginning. Sometimes I have hesitations on how.
Did you see what he said? Do you see what is? Stephen Teaves is the husband of Janelle Teaves. That used to be a label that was allocated for women. Oh, that's the wife of such and such. Now they identify you not as Stephen Teaves. I'm sorry, Mr. Teaves. That's Janelle's husband. That's how they used to identify the wives. Oh, that's John's wife. Dog, she off limits. Now the ladies, that's Janelle's husband. Make sure that you don't do too much gossiping around him. That's how they got y'all now.
How to explain what do I do all day, because some people might have a perception that I'm just folding towels all day.
Now he's out and about picking up their 7-year-old daughter and 4-year-old son from school, teaching them to ride bikes.
Yeah!
And helping with homework.
Kun je het van de leed gehoord?
All in Stephen's native language, Dutch.
Ja, dat is hier op dit plaatje.
He has a special connection with our children, and I'm grateful.
He's the nurturer.
For that.
Maybe he also breastfeeds them.
While his contribution to our family is not in the financial sense, it's really in his presence, his stability, the joy that they feel.
The Tavises say they've had no regrets since making the decision 4 years ago. They say they realize their family is lucky to be able to afford to live on just one income.
Have you felt the need to cut corners financially because you don't have 2 income streams?
When we ran the numbers, we also saved money by not having childcare, right? Like I was the childcare, so we didn't have to make huge sacrifices in terms of like lifestyle. But again, we were never really very leading a flaunting lifestyle, I think. So.
For you, what was the hardest part of making this decision?
Honestly, that I felt like I was missing out a little bit. Hi.
Janelle says she works to maximize her time with her family, leaving the office by 4:30 each day and putting her phone away until 8.
Did you have a good day?
She's the man.
Yeah. That fully helps me be present mom, do what I need to do at work, guide my team, come back home, cherish the time with my family.
They say the decision has had a positive impact on their kids.
What do you think you're modeling for both your daughter and for your son?
Bro.
Your son need to see a man that's working and getting up and getting out the house and going to get it every day. I know y'all don't believe it. I know it's not a big thing. Your daughter needs to see a man get up and go out and go and get it every day. She needs to see how hard you work. She needs to understand and want to marry a man just like her daddy. I'm telling you the truth. Your son and your daughter need to see men doing men things. Otherwise, they are going to grow up as feminine, just like their father. I'm just telling you the truth, fam. Real talk. It is a horrible example of what a nuclear family is supposed to look like. And to know that there's 1 in 5 that are playing out like this is even more disheartening.
Probably to not focus too much on gender roles and more so like, hey, we are a team, right?
I don't think that they have even an association of these are mom jobs and these are dad jobs.
In fact, one study found that when fathers did more equitable housework at home, daughters in particular expressed a greater interest in working outside the home and having a less stereotypical occupation.
Now, do you see that they got the science and the data to back up what I'm saying? Daughters express when they then have a father that is more feminine and roles that are more equitable. They got diversity, equity, and inclusion inside of their household. They express a greater interest in working outside the home and having a less stereotypical occupation. So they want to be men. They want to be men now. That's what they're telling you. Now the girls want to be the boys and the boys want to be the girls. And it's because of what they see growing up in their household. It is directly tied to the examples that they got inside of their house.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. This is our biggest Company of Dads meetup ever.
Paul Sullivan, a dad of 3 daughters, has created a community for what he calls lead dads.
We define a lead dad as the go-to parent, whether he works full-time, part-time, or devote all of his time to his family. We say, in many cases, he's there to support his wife or partner, whatever they're doing.
I can't, dog. I can't. That's it for me. That's it. That is it. That is it. That is it for me. I've seen enough. I am not of this world. I am an alien, like Lil Wayne said. I can't support this nonsense. I think it is destructive to the family and it is not best for our community. But that is what a lot of men are doing. The women are now taking the roles of the men and they're going out and getting the resources. The men are now living a soft life. And they're the partners. And whereas women used to have tea and crumpets, and they used to get together and they would go to the salon or they would go and meet and gossip about their husbands and talk about the stuff that they didn't seen and what shopping deals that they got going on. Now the men are organizing get-togethers while the women continue to figure out how they're going to level up. The men are getting together and having tea and crumpets, and they're calling it men's time. They're not getting together to watch football. They're not getting together to go drink beer at the bar. They not cheers where everybody knows your name. They not doing that. They're getting together. They're dressing up and doing that thing that they're doing. Ugh. Ugh.